Hello and welcome to the China Repair Studio. So I thought today I would actually finish off our little faux dog here he's got a missing chip here on his tail, so we're going to fix the chip, and where his leg had come off, we've glued the leg and he's ready to be filled in. Now on my previous tutorial, if you didn't watch that, I would highly recommend you look at that one, because I did actually show you how I glued the tail on, which had come off, and then I did this one afterwards. So if you look back at that, if you are starting from scratch, I would highly recommend it. Right, so what we need to do to fill in where he's been glued and this chip is, first of all, we need some Milliput. Now Milliput comes in different colours. We have a terracotta, a brown, and we have a white. Just depends what item you are doing. Obviously, if you have pottery, you're going to want the terracotta or the brown. But because we're working on china, we're going to go for the white. Again, as I always say in all my tutorials, if you can have some work surface, something to cover the work surface, here I do have kitchen roll, and clean hands, so no fibres or dirt gets onto your item. So with the Milliput, the white, it comes in two parts. There you go, a blue and a white, and you would take half of the white and half of the blue, mix it together, rub it in together until it almost feels like blue tack. As soon as you've used it, please wrap it back up quickly, otherwise it will harden very quick. It will harden and it would have to be thrown away. Now I have actually previously for you made a piece. Here it is. I've rubbed it together. It feels like blue tack. It's nice and pliable. When you do that, it takes about a good couple of minutes of really manipulating to blend it all in. So what we do first, I think, is just fill in all around here first. And I think there's also, if you can see, a missing piece there. We'll fill him in. Now I've got a cocktail stick and a little tool here. Now if you don't have a tool like this, you could use a small knife, but it depends on which finer work you're doing. If it's too fine, a cocktail stick would do. So I've just put a tiny bit on. I'm going to fill this little gap first here. So just fill him in. You want it slightly proud, but not too much, because you'll otherwise make more hard work for yourself. Can you see? So he's now filled in. And then I would take another little bit. Now if you're doing radial lines, little cracks, good tip here is to just, if you can roll it out so it's nice and fine, and then put it onto where your crack is there. And then just place it on. And just press down with your finger. If you want to, you can use one of these, and then just put it in a little bit of water, and that would just help smooth it better. There we go. And then we'll do with the next part. Again, we've just taken another little piece. Don't need too much. A little bit of this Milliput actually goes a long way. Rub that. So again, a nice, and then we would find where our crack is there, and then you can just apply there. That's it. And just press it in slightly. Just make sure it's got into the crack. So ready for drying and sanding. Again, some water, or if you wanted to, you could actually use your finger and then just rub it so it just gets right in there. Looks like he's wearing a bracelet. So there he is. So that's all ready to just dry, ready for sanding. Now the next part is the end of the tail, which is missing. So I can see here by looking at his twin what his tail looks like, and it comes down and it comes up. And so, they don't have to be exactly the same. they don't have to be twins, they can be sisters, as they say. Well, they could be, in this case, brothers. So again, take a little bit of your Milliput, and then you can actually you can judge how much you roughly need. You can always add more. I'm making it into a ball. Now, if you did have a larger piece, you would first of all apply adhesive glue on, and then you would put on your Milliput. But because it's just a small chip, I'm just going to put it on straight. I think I need a bit more there. Right. So then, first of all, if you can just roughly get the shape before you apply in a big blob, it does help. So I can see the tail comes up and curls. It curls back round again, so I would actually start manipulating it to slightly look like the tail at the very end. This is where the cocktail stick comes in useful. You can actually just, there we go, so it just curls around, and use that cocktail stick. So it's starting to curl, that's better, and you can just get the rough shape. It doesn't have to be precise. So there we are, there's our rough shape, and here we are. So if I put it this way, actually I'll put it that way. Right, so there we go. So then I'll just stick him on. Make sure he gets onto the other bit so you don't have any big ridges. And just so you can see it comes back there. Alright, I think he's almost ready. It's almost done to dry. Then we can just leave him ready for anything else. You can see, just, as I say, just manipulate it. Now he does have a few little ridges as well, which we could use with a cocktail stick, to be honest. So once you've got your desired shape, just use a bit of water on the fingers, again just to smooth it down, and you can go by feel as well. Right, okay, so he's done there. So the cocktail stick, I can see some ridges here, so I could actually, if I wanted to start making some ridges in there, just to sort of blend him in. And on here, you could make it afterwards actually when we're actually sanding, but it'd be quite hard, difficult. But if we can do this beforehand, it would make life easier on ourselves. Right, so there, a ridge. Just make a few lines. That's it. A few lines there. There we go. Right, so there he is. Now what I would do now is I would actually leave him to dry, probably 24 hours. And then once he's dried and it's all set and it's nice and hard, we can then start sanding the foot, blending in, and then also then sanding the tail just slightly to get a little bit more shape, and then it'll be ready for painting. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it was useful for you. Any questions, please comment down below, and please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Okay, bye.